Hey guys, Big Geordie Geek here, and I'm gonna talk about show you a battle report from issue 9 of Imperium, which came with the first sprue of Necron Warriors. Now, I had the lovely same issue that others had, and got two identical sprues. So I contacted Hachette. I'm waiting for the replacement. Thankfully, I actually have the models needed from my Indomitus box. So I've got them. So I will be next week's battle report probably going to get recorded at time of recording tomorrow. So this was a few weeks ago when this goes out. So what I was asked to do following my last report which went out relative to this was talk a bit more about other stuff. Yeah, briefly. I'm like, who wants to hear that? But okay, I'll give it a try, and if anybody likes it, we'll keep doing it. But I won't hear feedback for this for a couple of weeks. Probably a couple of weeks. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So what I'm working on at the minute is actually some Def Cora Krieg heavy support guys. I'm loving the autofocus features of this camera, but I've got 3 of these heavy sports teams with heavy bolters. I've had them for absolute yonkies years, and I'm finally getting around to building them. So I love my Def Cora Krieg scheme. You can see it there, it's sort of like a khaki dark, it's not very shown. I've kind of painted myself a dual corner here with the weapons because the metal on the infantry has been done sort of a metallic black. And what I'm going to do with this is it's Corvus black, and then I'm going to use a pencil to sort of essentially dry brush and sort of leave a bit of graphite to give it a bit shiny. Hopefully that works on these being so big. I have other thing on the table. These are just about finished. Some Custodes Wardens. I'm not the best painter in the world, but I try to paint all on my hands. And that's it. So that's what I'm up to at the minute. I've also got a Knight on the go, but I've been working on him for about a week now, and I've been. I can show these off actually, because by the time this is they will have been sorted out. I've been working on some Christmas decorations. I printed some Christmas decorations, geeky ones, for my family. There's Dizzy from the game I used to play it with my little brother back in the day. There's one each for my siblings and my parents to, I don't know, just say, hey, here's a Christmas decoration. I don't know why. Anyway, right, let's get in with a battle report, and we're going to see Necron Lord, a Royal Warden, take on a Primaris Captain and Primaris Lieutenant, and who is going to win? The aim is for either side to eliminate the other side's main HQ, so the Overlord or the Captain. So let's crack on with it. Now, before we get into the battle report, I'd just like to say a quick word from our wonderful sponsor, the Daylight Company. I love their products. I actually own a Lumi task lamp myself, which is an absolutely phenomenal piece of kit. It really does make a huge difference in your painting area. I'm not gonna keep you up with a sponsored message, but I will say that if you love your painting, this will really make a world of difference. The only problem is you'll see a lot more faults with your painting work than you would before, but that's a good thing because it helps you improve. Anyway, let's get on with the battle report. So, starting with the Space Marine side, we have on the left here the Primaris Lieutenant armed with Storm Shield, Neo-Volkite Pistol and Mastercrafted Power Sword. And then on the right, you've got your Primaris Captain. He's from issue 5 with Plasma Pistol and Mastercrafted Power Sword. On the Necron side, we've got a representative of, on the left hand, another issue 1 model, the Royal Warden, and he's accompanied by a Necron Overlord who came with the last issue. Now, the setup is quite simple. On the left hand side are the Space Marines, the Lieutenant at the top and the Captain at the bottom, and on the right are the Necrons, Overlord at the bottom and the Royal Warden at the top. First move, the Overlord storms ahead and he rushes towards the Captain there. The Royal Warden, on the other hand, just shoots. Now, he's got a rapid fire weapon, so he's able to fire a total of double what his normal fire rate is, which is 2. So he scores 4 hits against the Lieutenant. Now, these measuring strength versus toughness only result in 2 wounds, unfortunately. The Lieutenant is thankfully able to deflect one of those, and takes a wound. Couldn't get two quite opposite results there, 1 and a 6. So he takes a wound. The Overlord, on the other hand, successfully charges against the captain, and with a charge roll of 7, and he is wildly swinging around that scythe. He's just marching in it. He's like, well, he's running in, really, to be honest. He's wildly swinging that scythe around to try and take out the captain there, which is why he only hits him once, because he's got a weapon skill of 3, but -1 because of the scythe being essentially an unwielding weapon. That does wound him, and it's a 3 wound weapon. The Primaris captain's power Iron Halo fails him, and he takes 3 wounds. Unfortunately, I didn't get a shot of the dice roll he took save there, so I do apologise for that. The captain does strike back, hitting the Lord 3 times, as you can see here. And one of those actually does cause a wound in the Overlord, and Mastercrafted Power Sword is 2 damage, so the Overlord takes 2 damage. The Lieutenant decides, right, I'm gonna try and do something here. I'm sick of sitting in the corner there. Let's do something. He's on 1 wound, remember, and he decides to shoot his Neo-Volkite pistol twice at the Necron Overlord, hitting once, and that indeed causes a wound. However, the Necron Warden is basically, yep, don't do a thing, I'm fine, no problem, just glances off his Necrodermis. The Lieutenant decides he's going to try and intervene, save his boss, the captain, and charges into that combat there, rolling an 8, which gets him easily in there. He then gets to go first because he's just charged into the combat, and he manages to hit the Lord 4 times with his Mastercrafted Power Sword. It doesn't affect his weapon skill at all, the Power Sword, unlike the Scythe. And this causes a total of 2 wounds on the Lieutenant, the 4 and the 5 there, because it's a Strength 5 Power Sword, as it were, going up against a Toughness 5 model. And the Lord basically he fails one of his armor saves because the AP of the sword he needed higher 5s, and the Necron Overlord thus takes 2 more wounds from a power sword. At this point, the Lord is going to roll his dice to attack the captain again, focus all his attacks on those. He scores 2 hits. Remember, needing 1 higher because of his unwieldy weapon there. Both of those cause wounds upon the captain, who has an Iron Halo with a 4+ save. Scores a 1 and a 2. So the captain dies, and the Necrons win the game. That's quite a run for the Necrons at the moment, isn't it? So hey, that's 3 wins on the trot for the Necrons. That's all right, because I'm happy with that. I love my Blood Ravens, but at the minute I'm really into my Necrons, and I think that when we go into the full battle reports and I bring in a second player, well, Megan, my girlfriend, who's going to be taking the side of the Space Marines, I'm going to take on the Necrons, and throughout the campaign we're going to be running, I'm going to be the Necron player. Oh, we might swap it up sometime tonight, but just take a Durham Raiders Wargaming Club. Honestly, if you are in the Northeast, definitely a club to check out. Actually, to be fair, we've got really cool clubs in the Northeast, but yeah, it's awesome. And tell you what, if you do get a chance before, between now and Christmas, do get out and play at your local club. I really want to. I don't think I'm going to get there until our long gaming day, which will be after Christmas, because we've had a car disaster. Anyway, I really am grateful for you guys watching. If you like this, drop me a like. It's really appreciated. Drop me a dislike if you didn't like it, because you know what? Negative feedback is just as good as positive feedback, and I really would like to know if I'm doing anything wrong or if I'm doing anything right, and that will be really helpful. We do have a hobby video coming soon. I was asked how I did my Munitorum armor containers, and I was like, well, it's not that really advanced technique, and I was like, okay, I'll do a video, but I will do a video on that soon. soon. I don't know when the next one arrives, because I've already painted the last one. And in the meantime, that's about it. So we'll be back next week with issues 10 battle report, and it's starting to get a few more models on the board at that point. So I'm quite looking forward to that particular battle report, because it really feels like we're moving really onward out of the tutorials, and we're going into full-on battles. So let's see how that runs. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this, or dislike, whatever. Leave a negative comment. Nothing too abusive. But thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.